to start and give us permission to begin the round.
Boom boom debate.
Boom Cameroon.
Are you in the house?
Yeah.
Let's have some noise.
Are you in the house?
Are you ready?
It's loud noise. Great. You understood the debate language. I'm sure you'll definitely be winning this round. All right. So welcome to the finals of course. On each side, each speaker has a maximum of 6 minutes to make their point. We'll have reply speeches for a maximum of 3 minutes. At the first minute, the timekeeper would clap. At the end of the 5th minute, they will clap again to signal that you're back into your protected time. And when they clap at the end of the 6th minute, you have just 15 seconds to leave the stage. May we now invite the first speaker of the proposition to start the debate. The motion, once again, this House believes that silence in the face of domestic abuse is moral wrongdoing. Then your time starts now.
Greetings to the members of the jury, my fellow opponents, my teammates, and the crowd of this. Today we are all gathered here to gather on the motion, to argue on the motion. This House believes that silence in the face of domestic abuse is a moral wrongdoing. First of all, I would like to begin by defining some details. What is silence? Silence is a period without any sound, meaning complete quietness. Moving to domestic abuse. What do we think domestic abuse is? Domestic abuse is a situation in which someone you live with attacks you and tries to hurt you. Now, when we talk of moral, what does it mean? Moral means doing something that is right, and wrongdoing is a formal and bad legal action. Moving to the first point, why this House believes that silence I present my points to you. Firstly, as human beings, we ought to speak. God bestowed on us the power to speak, even as human beings. We will not cry to God when we have our problems. We do cry to God when we have our problems. First of all, I'll use an example. Let's use female genital mutilation as an example. Is that not a domestic abuse? Is that not a domestic abuse? Now we go to the Lord. If people did not speak against female genital mutilation, wouldn't it is wrong for a woman to be circumcised. And because we spoke up, we're not silent about this domestic abuse. We were free. Yes, we were free. There is no female genital mutilation now. I'll now head to the second point, which is trauma. If we're silent about something that happens to us, are we not traumatized? We are traumatized. We are traumatized. And trauma is something that either lasts for a short period of time or takes a long period of time. There are people that trauma attacks them for the rest of their lives. And now they have made a decision. I'll use an example of a young girl who is raped. If you're a young girl that you have been raped, what decision will you take? That young girl can take a decision. I'm not going to get married. Why? Trauma is choking her up. There is so much trauma. She cannot live in an environment where other people are. And you cannot take her to a community where other people are raped because it does not give her trauma. What do? You speak out. Speak out. Let the crowd know how you are feeling. If you don't talk, how will they know how you are feeling? With this, I strongly believe that silence in the face of domestic abuse is a moral wrongdoing. Thank you.
Yeah.
We've listened to the first speaker from proposition open the case on their side. Let's now invite the first speaker from the opposition to present their case.
Dear panel, good speakers, beautiful ladies and gentlemen in the audience, I greet you all. Remind me of listen some key terms. One, silence about something or ask questions. Domestic abuse will be shared into two. Abuse, meaning unfair, cruel, violent treatment on someone. Domestic meaning connected to the home or family. Moral wrongdoing has definitions tied with wrong principles and wrong thinking standards. Setting the pace for this notion, as proposition fails to set the pace, we are going to talk about this in terms of the home, the society. Bring me down to my first point, the principle of privacy. Now, what am I saying? Imagine undergoing domestic abuse at home. Let me say your parents or your auntie, whoever the guardian is, abusing you constantly, and you choose to talk about it. Now, what does that label you as? Now, let me say in the quarter or the neighborhood, where people will look at your parents and possibly you as like a child that's going through moral or physical discomfort, which makes you in turn bad in the society, in the societal way of seeing things, and makes your family to be degraded, degrades your family in many other ways. How would they look at your father? How can you walk on the road knowing that no, the whole world knows that my father is abusing me, my mom is abusing me, my aunt is abusing me, and in terms about this to so many people in Africa, it doesn't really have a stand because nothing will happen. It will keep degrading you and degrading you and degrading you until you know how it rejected. Second, I would like to say it will make you a stronger person. If you are someone that understands that nothing good comes easy, and I'm one of those, I know very well nothing good comes easy. Some people take domestic abuse as no, it is. Now, in what way am I talking? If a child, I'll quote examples by Mr. Eric Jong. Eric Jong is the proprietor of Societe Bonds, biggest construction company in Cameroon. Now, he wants to know the story. He grew up in an abusive household. Yes, he did. He grew up with a notion where he felt like he was useless. He didn't take this as a disability. No. He tried to improve. He was like, if my parents think this about me, I will make them think better. I will do better. I will become better. And that's what it is. He kept saying, telling us things about his parents don't believe in him. That's why I say abuse does not come rejected. Abuse does not come in one way. It must always be violent, as per my definition. It can also be vocal. Now his parents told him they don't believe in him and they don't think he will become something great in the future. Now look at what he is. He used that as motivation. He didn't use that as to degrade himself, as the first speaker spoke about trauma. No, trauma is only in the eyes. That's what she's. It is not about the person feeling stigmatized. No, it's about taking it to greater heights. Thank you. But take the example of a dormitory school. If you're being brutal, you have taken that to a different aspect. And I'll say, yes, I will. But now we're talking about it per the way, per proposition, opposition pushed it in the aspect of it being from the household to the society, making your POI now know. As
Thank you for resting your case. Further, the case of the government.
Start now. I start now. To the jury, my fellow opponents, my teammates, and the audience, I salute you all. Joining the proposition the fact that keeping silent to domestic abuse is a wrongdoing. Firstly, I want very unhappy and without hope of the future. That is, you have been of yourself doing something right again. That means you have no hopes of the future. That is, you don't feel like you can do something again in life. I'll go more fact, giving an example. Yes, in the house. You're being brutalized so badly by your stepmother that you don't even feel like going to school anymore. Why is that? Because you feel like that if she's brutalizing you, that means she has her own aim, and the aim because you will not be successful, depending on what she has put in you. She made you feel that nothing good can come out from you, and without you speaking, nothing will come out from you.
Really?
Maybe you don't know what is speaking. Maybe they don't understand this motion well. Decline. You speaking out makes you free. Taking me to my second motion, point, death. What is death? The end of life. See, using the case of brutality at home. You feel like nothing good can come up from you again. That you're useless because it is too much. And yet you don't see what to talk because you're scared they will lock your parents in prison. Then you end up committing suicide, dying. You didn't speak, there's no difference. You didn't speak, there's no difference. You died, there's no difference. Or that, and what happened to is that nothing happened to you, but yet you committed suicide. But yet if you speak to it, there will be measures that can be declined. There will be measures that will be given to solve your problem. There's a saying that if you misuse your life, you have destroyed the destinies of others around the world who are hoping for you to and who are depending on you. If you lack self-motivation to rise, that is others will not rise. Because we all are born leaders, and there are many souls out there depending on you. Just you advising someone has changed the person's life if you don't know. Then what if you never spoke to that person because you were scared? And that person misuses his life, how will you feel? Your POI.
You said there's no difference between speaking and not speaking. Don't you think you're contradicting yourself?
No, I'm not contradicting myself. I'm still working online. You know why I said that? There's no difference between speaking and not speaking in the absence of death. That is, if you don't speak up, you see prove to you that you have to speak in the case of domestic abuse. Because if you don't speak, you will die. You made a statement. Which you said that you're relating on the society and from your home to the society. What if you're being brutalized so badly at home and you wound yourself? Won't you speak out? So if somebody asks you, no, it's your personal business. I leave the floor to my humble judges.
Thank you, member of government. All right. At this juncture, we would like to invite the second member of opposition to scrutinize the claims of the proposition and deepen their claims.
Please,
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow co-debaters, opponents on the other hand, Dear audience, I greet you all. This house believes that silence in the face of domestic abuse is a moral wrongdoing. I stand against this fact. Like now, it is a lie, a very big lie. First, it leads to fall in families. Let me take an example. My uncle went to America and he got married to a white woman. And they gave birth, no problem. Then one day he slapped the child reported him and was locked up. The family was shattered. So are you trying to tell me that just talking anyhow, you should just be talking anyhow so that people's family will be shattered anyhow and people will be rendered homeless? Do you think that's why we are here? You are here because a family is somewhere thinking that you bring this office home, meanwhile you let people. Thinking that you bring this office home. And you tell me that when they do something to me that will make me to be strong, I should just get up and be talking anyhow, like talkative. I'll go to my second point. Silence is the best way of acquiring peace of mind when you are in trouble. As Nelson Mandela says, silence is the only way of achieving greatness. Now, what am I saying? Realize here, even before we started this debate, they wanted us to develop our points. How? They were shouting, stop noise, stop noise. They wanted us to think. So to tell you that when you are silent, you actually think well. You have peace of mind. You move further. You go further. That's not wrong. Yes. Actually, they have shown it here to us. That when they want to start debate, Madam will be shouting, stop noise, stop noise. Why is she shouting stop noise? Because silence is the way of achieving greatness. Rejected. Now I go to the third point. It causes trauma because if you tell now, it causes trauma because if you tell the people, imagine that a girl was raped. No, you somebody they might slap me. A girl was raped and she tells her friends. Imagine they'll be like, well, see the one I don't lost her virginity. That's very bad. Like they'll be very traumatized. She'll be very traumatized because they'll start looking at her now like a does not have any value again. Meanwhile, those people grow up to be great. So are you telling me that just getting up and talking anyhow, I should be in that great man? Show you how mindset to act. Now, there are some calm down. There are some errors they made. Good. I want to make you know that if women are not circumcised, cheating will never stop. It is clear. If women are not circumcised, cheating will not stop. Shh. If you realize, back in the old days, when they circumcised women, cheating was not come. See, they hardly did it. Like, and one of them married to around 4 wives, there will be no trouble. Now, being in fact, just have a shy child. He said people get raped. I want you to know that girls get raped, not only girls, because of their job aspects like dressing style. A man will not just see you and rape you, it's not easy. Yes. But I don't know, maybe that's what this as a love that one. Yes. When we see you, that dressing code is what can attract people to rape you. We cannot just stand and see you and rape you. No, hey, we are not lizards now, we are human beings. Oh, I said okay. Thank you. I think they are separate in the house. Yeah. I believe a bit of a man. And I remember when one of Sekar's criteria that you dress decently. The girls are still raped. Can you prove to me why? Yes. Good. Yes. Now, like I said, dressing is not the only way that you can be raped. Yes, you can be raped because of their dressing. Fine and good. But another thing, maybe because of the way you interact with the person, you talking to a boy. Imagine you talking to a boy who you know is a human being, has blood running through his face, and you're talking, touching him, do all sorts of things. Mama, he will rape you one day, just know that one. That is sit down, your time is over. Conclusion. I want to conclude. First of all, I want you people to understand that We the Saduscolians, make you know what is right. We teach you. We show you the road. Now, you know that I know that we all know that we have won this debate. One, because I answered all your POIs. You were even asking POI when the time was over. I don't know if you have time management. I'm sure you're supposed to that. But adding to everything, I answered their POIs. And I made everyone believe what I said. So,
Thank you. The noise. Thank you so much, member of opposition, for your arguments. I'd like to present very critical reminders. Reminder number one is that this debate can take place without the audience, so the audience had better be quiet. You have been told how you can show your excitement. Please maintain it, as this is a formal activity. Reminder number two is that debaters should use proper language. Your language should be decent. It should be appropriate to the formal or the formality of this activity. May we now invite the third speaker from side proposition to come up and extend their case.
Greetings to the jury, my fellow opponents, and my beautiful teammates. I'm here to add more light to what my colleagues have said and to contradict to the points people have given. First of all, you said silence.
Silence takes greatness. Are you aware that when you are being raped,
You are being
traumatized, so you rather keep silent, you rather keep
quiet and not do anything and be traumatized. You cannot even interact with people freely. You have that burden in you. But do you know that you can speak out and be free and be less? You know there are people there that
support you.
stand on you, there are people who are going to stand for you, but you rather keep silent and die one day out of depression. All right. And also, my opponent said it caused trauma. Of course, it caused trauma. Just imagine you are in a house with your stepfather and your stepfather is raping you. So, do you prefer to sit quiet or to cry out for help, to cry that you should be helped? Or you rather sit quiet, sit in the house, do nothing? He keeps
Raping you and killing you and destroying your
visiting faculty. You cannot even think straight.
You cannot interact with people.
You keep interacting.
Interacting with all the time. You cannot even tell your own mother so you prefer to be silent.
To be silent.
And do you also know that it leads
To death.
to death? Just imagine you are being accused.
They are being declined. There are people who are being raped to death. Just imagine, so is that if you don't
Start talking to a stranger that I don't know. I'll just pass
me, I'll start touching you when I don't even know you. And you said about dressing code as well.
I don't understand how my dressing has to do with you. I am going somewhere, Papa. Follow your own road. You're going where you're going. I don't know why
You have to be coming to me. No, it does not make sense. Decline. It does not make sense. It makes people very, very unhappy. Just imagine you are being traumatized in the house. You cannot even. If I wear school clothes, I'm
going to the house again. That man is there. That man is there. I'm going to the house again.
yeah, you're not even happy.
You're going to the house. You cannot even see. You cannot express yourself boldly. You're talking. You're just checking.
What if they'll beat me? What if they'll do this? What if they'll punish me? What if I'll be raped? What if I'll be? You don't even have your own freedom. Decline. You don't have your own freedom. Your own personal freedom. You don't even have that freedom of speech. You are
Press that extra when people want to even talk to you, you're shying away like I don't want to interact because you know that.
Papa, please speak up before you die. Speak up before you die. Before it's too late. And I'll give room for any POIs. Since there's none, I'm showing, since there's none, I am here to educate you. You should better speak out today rather than die in silence. Thank you.
This is the last time I will be asking the audience to stop noise. This debate can happen without the audience and it will happen well. If you want to show support or excitement, use the format you have been given. Anything contrary to that, we will ask protocol to send you out of the hall. With that said, we'd like to proceed with the debate. Third speaker of opposition should now come up. Remember that your language must be appropriate.
Calm down.
Your time begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Domestic abuse and moral wrongdoing. Being silence when you're morally abused is a right thing to do. To add more fuel to the point of my proposition, when you're being morally abused, keep on talking, it will cause you more trauma than more. Add more fuel to the point that my proposition have reached. Silence is the best way to acquire. Silence is the best way to acquire peace of mind. Silence is the key to greatness. This word was said by Nelson Mandela. If you think I'm lying, go and search it. Being silent when you're morally abused is the right thing to do, because if you keep on talking, it can lead to family breaks, it can lead to family downfall. And when, as a child, when your family is down, you can never go successful. And to begin with my rebuters, the first speaker proposition said, when we cry to God, when we cry to God over my problems, He help us. Okay. I will tell you that silence means you are not anyone and touch God. God will obviously help you. God will obviously help you when you are in need. I'll tell you why. Because He knows our works, our deeds, our action every day in our life. Rejected. If and it's because of a point that if the female Muslims could have kept quiet, if the female would have kept quiet, we could have seen the circumcising them today. Now, why the execution of women, especially the female Muslim, has stopped? This is the reason. When the UNESCO was created in 1960, the United Nations also saw an importance that they should not leave out the Muslims. And when ISISCO went to the Muslim, tried to explain it, that's when they discovered about that. The female Muslims were still keeping quiet. If you think I'm lying, go right now to Marwa and go and complain. Go right now to Marwa. They never tell you that her husband is material. Even abroad, you go to a Muslim's country, you will never see where a female Muslim disrespect her husband. You will never see where a female Muslim go and report her husband. And opposition also said, when you are brutalized at home, you can die. But if you could have kept silence, could have helped you build your mind more. Because even psychology has proven that the best way to build your mind, the best way to be relieved is by doing silence, by doing meditation. If you don't know it's meditation, when you are silent, you thinking about nothing, it frees up all your mind. It makes you more intelligent. It makes you to become a new and better person. Rejected. The opposition also said, if you misuse your life, you will never be motivated. But I'll tell you of one man that misused his life. He was in prison for 27 years for doing the right thing, and that was Nelson Mandela. His life the life story is like the life story of a trash man. The life story is the life story of a rap man. But today, that's one of the greatest African. And let me also tell you one thing. In statistics has proven it that the more you keep talking, the more the best way to become intelligent is through silence. The best way to have a peace of mind is through silence. The best way to go like medically is through silence. There are strong stats for the fact that being silent when you are morally abused, when you are domestically or morally abused, is the right thing to do. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It will now move to the reply speeches to close this round of debate. To begin the replies, may we invite a member from the opposition. Opposition. And then opposition closes.
Dear panel, co-debaters, and the audience, I greet you all. I'll start by reminding the House of the notion, which goes thus. This House is a silence in the face of domestic abuse. It's a moral duty. It's a moral wrongdoing. Which I and Antiquity are yet to strongly object. But first, I'll tell you why proposition is losing. Starting with our first speaker. The first speaker didn't give definitions as per the notion, forgetting one word and defining other things as others, meaning committing a fallacy of repetition. They also didn't answer any POIs, showing the lack of preparedness for this debate. They also asked a null POI, which was widely objected by myself. And they didn't give a kind of notion, which is a belief notion. Yes, they never did that, so they never did adequate research. Second speaker also declining no too many POIs, showing the lack of preparedness for this debate. It's a normal thing here. You can say I'm all three of them. They don't answer POIs, they are not prepared, and they are yet to stand for that kind of notion. No. Null examples, and yes, he spoke about depression. Now I'll tell you one thing. You can be depressed. Yes, that's true. But there is more depression in silence than in speaking. That has been explained by my second and third speakers, and I'll know how to dive deep. The third speaker also declared a lot of POIs. Poor, poor preparation, that's a declared of POIs, and a lot of random examples. Now, when the third speaker gave her points, she never gave it with examples that tied the points. What about previous points? And that's why basically repeating what the second speaker said. Now let me tell you why opposition is clearly winning this debate. We are winning because we gave adequate definitions as per the notion, define the notion, set the pace for the notion, something proposition did not do, but it's part of their role. They set the pace for the notion, but we had to do that. Opposition took up the role to set the pace. We spoke about many points listed as aspect of stigmatization, trauma, and many more, with adequate examples from the second and the third speakers, which shows our great stand in this debate and our great preparedness for this debate. Now, I leave this the final judgment and to everyone to wonder and ponder on as to why we are winning this. Thank you. Anything else to say?
We will wonder and ponder. May we now invite the reply speaker from side proposition to also give us something to wonder and ponder on.
Now, the proposition party ought to win this debate because, firstly, there was clear proof that the opposition first speaker was not ready. He read everything from a paper, showing that he never knew what he came to do, just to read what was given to him or what he prepared. The second speaker of that same opposition was notorious for using obscene languages, which is against the rule of the world debating group. Going to their third speaker, you make mention that you want to add more to the opposing, so that you are confused on what you want to do. Next time, somebody the workshop where I study your perfect, don't come to talk to you. Moving to how we should win this debate. Firstly, we are a new debating team, and others can see and tell that we have gone far more than what other teams who have been here cannot accomplish. We brought our point using examples such as trauma, while the opposing part just gave vague points. Just gave vague points. The third speaker, my opposition mentioned something that my third speaker was just repeating points. Maybe you don't know the rules of debate well. The third speaker is not allowed to give new points. Rather, add more fuel to what the first and second speaker has said and contradict the opposition. And she made that clear. Next time when coming for this competition, make sure you study your rules well, one by one. The second speaker proposition did not answer any POI. I believe I answered a POI. One POI, which the judge said we didn't answer many, but we see for the rules. All I do was not answer. Because your sister, she tells you. Because if their stepmother beats you, you can't tell your mother or tell your father. Yeah. Thank you. God bless you. One debate.
You have every right at this moment to be excited, but we would like you to excuse the judges so that they can deliberate and then declare the final of the CSDC. Thank you for watching and following with us. We'll have the results shortly.